I'm gonna dye silk. I got a bag full of silk, Mullberry Silk, from a designer knitter spinner that decided to retire. And it's about 3 kilos, I think. That's more or less 7 pounds. Pretty awesome, I would say. I found in the store plant-based Easter egg coloring kits, and I have no idea how much I use to dye this. So I just bought 6 packages. It's all made with plants, and it comes in yellow, green, pink and blue colors. And I will start with the blue. I'm gonna do like 50-gram batches here. This is the only scale I have. This is 50 grams. More. Wow, I can pull it apart like this and it's really soft. Look at this. Ooh. I don't even know if I'm supposed to make smaller. Oh, it comes apart really easy. All right. Let's see how this. We wouldn't use much more. It'll be 50 grams. That's fine. So I start with this. It's my first batch of blue silk. So it says you have to dilute the color with 5 spoons of water and add 1 spoon of vinegar. And then I mixed that whole thing with 100 milliliters of water and put the eggs in it. But I'm not using eggs, I'm using silk. So I think I'm just gonna use, for starters, 2 packages of that color blue and add it with water and pour it over the silk. Let's dilute that color first and see if this works. I really wonder what plant they use for the blue. Here it says in here, hibiscus, maybe it's the hibiscus. I think hibiscus turns blue. They also used the other dyes, carrot and all kinds of stuff. Looks more like a wine red to me right now. Ooh. Okay. Now that it should be 10 eating spoons. I don't think I have to take that so serious. I just put a little water in there. Warm water. All right, I'm diluting it. If it's not strong enough, I'm just gonna add more color till I feel like silk looks blue enough, I guess. This doesn't really look blue to me. It looks red. I wonder if it turns blue on the egg and not on the silk. Or if it turns blue once it's with vinegar. All right, so here is the dye. Here is the silk. Now I just put in water, a little warmer than lukewarm. Silk repels water. I'm just gonna pour it over now and see what happens. It does look red to me. I don't see any blue yet. I decided I'm gonna put all 6 packages of blue in there. Why not? Doesn't even color my fingers. I wonder how it sticks on the silk. Vinegar won't hurt. I put in some vinegar. So they said per package a spoon. So that's 6 spoons. That's just a nice little splash. So that's how the soak looks right now. All the 6 packages of Easter egg dye are in here and it's still red. I realized to get the maximum color here into the silk, I should have put it in a mordant first. Actually scoured it first, which means clean the fiber of any oil or whatever is on it, and then put it in a mordant. Since I already put my silk into the dye soup, I will just add the alum now. Also, cream of tartar and alum is acidic, not alkaline, so it won't damage the silk. But hey, as long as I don't damage the silk, I can still spin it at the end and knit it up. That's what's up. So for 50 grams of silk, I need 8% of alum and 7% of cream of tartar. 50 times 8 divided into 100 is 4. So let's say 4 grams of alum. Ha! I put 1 spoon in, 1 spoon. I mean, I just dug the spoon out and check it out. The scale says 4. The scale says 4 on the dot, and this is a scale that is extremely accurate. With 1 go, I put 4 grams in there. That's cool. All right. Now I'm gonna put cream of tartar. Oh my God, this doesn't open. Oh no, it's gonna fall on this. I can't open it. Oh, this sucks. Oh. It's probably been in here for 30 years or so. Oh my God, I can't open it. Oh, it worked. All right. Like I said, this was gifted to me, you know. I don't know how long it has been in here. So 7% of 50 grams are 3.5 grams. So 3.5 grams. It to the alum, mix it with some water. I think I have to cook it so it gets absorbed by the water completely. And then I will add it to my red dye. So here is my mordant bath, and I'm gonna take the silk now out of this dye. thing blue. The reason why this thing didn't turn blue yet is because of the pH level. That dye turns blue when the pH level is more on the alkaline side. I made this test with warming up some eggshells with the dye, and it did indeed turn blue, which means it's reacting to the pH level. Right now this dye is acidic because of the vinegar I put in there and the alum and cream of tartar. And when the pH level rises, then the dye turns blue. The same thing would also work with baking soda, which I also made a little bit of a solution here. It also turned another color. It looks more purple right now, but I didn't measure anything. Probably the right amount of baking soda would turn this blue too, plus the dye is not very concentrated because I took it out of the dye bath, etc. It's just reacting to pH level, which means if that silk gets changed in pH level, the color will change. So let's try it out. So I'm taking a tiny amount of silk that's been sitting here in this dye to test my theory. See, can you see it's pink? And I'm going to put it under water. So the pH level will rise immediately. Right now it's sour and the pH level will be neutral. Let's see what happens. I can touch this now. It's definitely more on the bluish side. It's like gray blue. I'm gonna let that dry and see how it looks when it's dry. I will also take a piece of silk right out of the dyeing bath, let it dry first and then rinse it off and see if that makes the outcome different. Ooh, sorry. My samples are dry now. Those are the ones that I haven't put in the water first before I dried it. They're still pink. And those are the samples that I washed first. And I will wash those samples now to see if they stay pink or if they turn blue as well. Well, this is still wet now, but definitely more purple than when I put it immediately into the water. I'll let it dry now and see how it looks afterwards. Those are the samples that I pulled out of my dye. This one I let dry without rinsing it first with water, and this one is rinsed immediately with water. This one is a little warmer. Both is like gray blue. This one is more on the green side. In my opinion, they are not far enough apart that I would go through the work of letting it dry first. This is the rest of my experiment, and I have decided to wash it immediately and not let it dry first and then rinse it. You can already see how it changes color as it comes in contact with the water. I think the main problem is that I didn't score and mordant it before I started the dyeing process. Like, the colors were probably much more vibrant, and I'm really tempted to do the blue again with scoured and mordanted silk. But I definitely call this a success. Look at the color. Look at this. Look at the sheen. Isn't it pretty? It's a little grayer than I imagined, but it looks very elegant. It's pretty. Well, I hope I inspired you to try something similar. If you do something similar, comment below, send a link. I would love to see it. And if you want to see my other egg color dyeing silk adventure with the silk that I scoured and mordant last night, check it out. And I thank you very much for watching and hope to see you soon.